Action. What's going on out there, YouTube? What's up, everybody? It's your man, Hollywood Sports. What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? If you are new to my channel, thank you for clicking on my video and welcome to Hollywood Sports. As you can see by the title, guys, we are here to talk about player abilities. Player abilities, guys. You know, I thought about these abilities, and let me not ramble. Let me just stick to what I want to talk about. Right now with abilities, guys, and I know people may be afraid of abilities and saying, wow, that's a lot of abilities. And we think about X Factor abilities, right? And we know X Factors are not in the game in college football 25 this year, right? So I think that's exciting when we talk about, well, again, I'm getting off into a rampage, but I'm going to give you the positives of why more abilities is good. Not too many, but the amount of abilities they have might be good enough. Let me give you my reasons why. Each player can have up to 8 abilities, right? We got mental abilities and we have physical abilities. Each player. Now, we are able to see situational football when we talk about abilities. I've been thinking about this, guys. When we're talking about all these abilities, we're talking about situational football, in my opinion, because X factors were absolutes. Okay, abilities will happen during situational situations in the gameplay. You know, we don't know what all these abilities mean yet. At least I haven't got the information yet. You know, what they mean and when they will impact certain parts of the game. In a certain situation, that player ability may take effect. Okay, all right. So situational football is very, very important. You know, when we talk about animations, I used to always say we need more animations to cover a lot of situations. We need more animations to cover situations so we don't have repetitive gameplay. So we have a animation that fits the situation and makes sense, right? Because a lot of time when you see people in Madden, they go, I didn't get an animation. I didn't get an animation. How come I didn't get an animation? Because that animation wasn't set for that situation, in my opinion. Okay, that's my speculation. So when we have a lot of abilities, so many abilities will take effect in certain situations, okay, at the right times based on player abilities. Okay, that's why we don't need X factors that are absolutes. Okay, and I'm glad they made that decision not to put X factors in the game, because they're absolutes and they ruined Madden, in my opinion. Okay, they didn't do it right. X Factor abilities were okay if they did it right, but they didn't do it right. I think they were just allowing people to have fun and just trying to sell a game. Okay, now the ability should create a broad spectrum of different types for the game. Okay, depending on the ratings and the type of teams you play with. Okay, so it's going to broaden the spectrum, guys, when we talk about abilities, because we won't get that repetitive gameplay. There's so many variables when we talk about ratings. We're talking about abilities. We're talking about wear and tear. We're talking about the different teams you play, the game styles, you know, whether it be option football, passing football, run style football, right? There's so many variables when we talk about abilities, right? They're going to create a broad spectrum of all types of gameplay, depending on the ratings and the type of teams you play. And multiple situational player advantages. Player advantages is going to also broaden the gameplay. Well, we really can see the difference between a mediocre player, a good player, and a great player, and a freshman. The difference based on abilities. Okay, multiple situation player advantages. player advantages. So I was thinking, if you go up against a certain team, and you got to put your guys in the right place based on their abilities, right? Each player have 8 abilities, mental and physical. So when we switch our guys out, rotate our guys in, substitute our guys, we have to put them in the right position based on their abilities. You might have a defensive end, a edge rusher that's good at doing certain things against a certain offense, right? Because of his abilities. So we got to put our guys in the right place at the right time. I think it broadens the gameplay, guys. I think it broadens the chess match. It broadens the strategy when we talk about abilities. We can't just say, oh, this player has this ability, this player has this ability. We got to match our players up with the abilities based on who we play. You might have a low-rated lineman that's good at a certain ability that perfect for inside run or something, right? So you want to bring him in on short, like 3rd and short, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, stuff like that. So abilities make sense, guys, to broaden the gameplay, where you get multiple situation player advantages. And we need player advantages to determine, with the ratings, to determine who beats who. And they're not absolutes, because just because your guy has a great ability, hey, he's been playing hard all game. It's the 4th quarter. He's tired. Wear and tear, right? You may have to substitute him out a couple of plays. He's getting his butt wore out. Right? So player abilities are so powerful, guys, and I'm glad we have so many abilities. In the game, there are 80 new abilities. 80 new abilities in the game, mental and physical, right? Mental and physical. Your quarterback might not be able to handle that Alabama crowd or that UCLA crowd, right? Okay, so I'm loving the situational. There's so many multiples in the game when we have 80 abilities. 80. Okay. Now I think this is going to work great in franchise mode. or in dynasty mode. But when you go online, it doesn't necessarily. Everybody's going to try to play with the top-rated teams, right? When you go online playing head-to-head, especially when you're trying to get to the playoffs or go to the Super Bowl, right? So, but just because they are power teams, it doesn't mean they're going to be good in matchups based on the abilities. So you have a chance. If you play your chess right, your chess pieces right, and your strategy right, and you outcoach the other team because you have certain abilities in certain spots, you can beat a great team, right? Okay, so just because a person has the best rated team doesn't mean they're going to win. They got to manage wear and tear. They have to manage wear and tear. They can't just say, well, Alabama's the number 2 ranked team in the game. It doesn't matter. If you don't manage your wear and tear as a coach, if you don't manage your players right, if you don't put people in the right position, because they're going to get tired, they're going to get wore out. That's why that wear and tear system is amazing. It's a game changer if it works. If it works, okay? This is something to look forward to, guys. This is something to really look forward to when you have 80 new abilities in the game. Okay, mental and physical. Mental and physical. So if you got a high-rated team and you got a low mental-rated quarterback or a center or whoever, and they can't handle the pressure in the big crowds in a close game, and you don't have home field advantage, right? Man, you're in trouble. So you can beat those top-rated teams. It's all about the chess match and strategy when we talk about wear and tear and these player abilities. All right? This is what I've been thinking about, guys. I'm always thinking, man. I'm always thinking how things may work, okay? And the abilities can be upgraded 4 times, up to 4 times. Each ability can be upgraded up to 4 times. Awesome. 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 Okay? So the gameplay should be a variety that eliminates repetitive gameplay and extends the replay value of the game. Well, we can have fun with the game for a lot longer period because there's so many, a variety of situations. Situational football. It's going to be great. So many teams, 134 teams, whatever your schedule is. 11 and 12 games. What's the college season? 12 games, 11 games, and then if you make the playoffs, man, you got to make adjustments, but you can't play with the same style, the same roster, the same rotations. And everybody you play is going to come down to abilities, wear and tear, management of your team, a strategy base, your scheme. All of that has to come into play. And I believe it's going to be a skill gap on who manages your teams the best. That's why coaches end up being better coaches, because they running their teams the best. They manage their teams the best. They're great coaches that win championships. And you know what, guys? It extends the replay value, but you know what? We don't know if all this stuff is going to work. We don't know if that puzzle is going to come together. Man, if the puzzle comes together for a complete puzzle, as we put all the pieces together, man, we're going to have the best game ever made. But I like my man, Semi-Fall Critic, what he always says, guys. Semi-Fall Critic always says, TBD. Y'all know what that means? TBD? To be determined. And he's exactly right. I love it when he say that. TBD, baby. To be determined on the gameplay. I'm Hollywood Sports. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on my next video.